to the Motocross Supercross podcast.
And what is up, everybody? This is episode 111, going into round 11 of this Lucas Oil Pro Motocross series at Budds Creek. I'm Adam here with Claudio. What's up, Claudio?
What's going on, dude? What's going on?
Coming to you live from LA right now. Actually, I am. You are still in Florida.
Still live.
In the humidity.
Yeah, it's awesome. We love it over here.
Yeah, well, I'm in California. I got to tell you, man, it's been a good trip so far. I was at the comedy show last night. Bill Burr made a little appearance. I was on stage. I got a pair of shoes. So, I mean, it's off to a good start.
Was he the surprise guest?
He was the surprise guest. Yeah,
nice.
Bill Burr. And also, who was it? Like Andrew Santino or someone from one of those Showtime shows or something.
Okay.
Pretty funny too, but yeah, it was a really good time. We shut that place down.
Nice.
And I'll be heading to Hollywood later. That's where I'll be watching these motos at from Budds Creek. And you know what? It's gonna be a good time. I can't wait. I'm gonna wake up and I'll just be watching dirt bikes all day. Boom.
Nice. It's gonna be a good day.
So it is there's kind of a lot going on right now since our last podcast.
I know.
I saw the notification that Lorenzo, who we just interviewed, and we were all looking forward to watching race this weekend, he is out with an illness. So he's not going to be lining up at Budds Creek this week.
No, unfortunately, Lorenzo, after, he in the interview, he says that he will be racing, but I guess he woke up with just a really bad cold or some type of like throat scratchiness or something, and he's just not gonna risk it and race Budds Creek this weekend. Which, like you said, it's a little bit unfortunate, but if you're not gonna go out there to give it 100%, why you even have to go? Why even go out?
That's right. And yeah, he was definitely coughing up a storm and hacking up all kind of stuff. So yeah, you could definitely see something was coming on. So sucks for him. Really sucks. We were all looking forward to that. But,
definitely.
We just got to look forward to Ironman. But he's not the only person out in this 450 class either. Also, we have a couple people out. Let's start with Justin Hill.
Yes.
On Instagram, he posted, "After receiving advice from my doctors, the JGRMX team and I have made the decision to sit out Budds Creek so that I may attempt to be 100% for Ironman. Nagging injuries are never fun. This extra time will surely help me return healthy for the remainder of racing as well as the off-season development for 2019. Cheers, everyone." That sucks.
That does
knee injury.
suck. Yeah, because we just talked about him on in our last podcast, or maybe the one before that, and we were saying how there's something else there for him to prove, and he's definitely a top 5 rider, and it just kind of sucks not to be able to see him out there. But again, if you're not going to go out there 100%, to give it 100%, why even show up?
Yeah, it really sucks. That knee, it looked like he was going to be able to push through, and then just whatever it was on the first lap of Unadilla, just put his foot down in a rut or something, and that was it for him. So hopefully it's not too serious for him. Yeah, the doctors say don't do it, and usually sometimes they're like, I'm going to do it, but not this time.
Sometimes they know what they're doing.
Yeah, and let's talk about someone else who is out.
Yeah, Caleb Russell, man. Caleb Russell, 5-time GNCC national champ. He suffered a couple of crashes last weekend, and he decided to sit out for Budds Creek and Ironman as well. Yeah, as we remember, he signed a 3-deal contract, a 3-race contract with the Red Bull Factory KTM team to, I guess, to help out Marvin, maybe close on Eli Tomac. But unfortunately, he won't be making it to the gate in the next couple of rounds.
Yeah, he had a pretty high-speed crash where he went through the banners and flipped. And yeah, he was holding his arm, I believe it was. And It did not look good. So he is out, which really sucks because it looked like it was going to be another rainy weekend. And obviously, he was dominating in the rain before he went down. I think he got, 6th in that first moto?
I think you're
right.
Does
that sound something like that? Yeah, he was right there in that first moto. And yeah, that's just too bad because I'm looking at the weather right now. And yeah, Saturday, definitely calling for rain.
He said he's too banged up and sore to ride during the week. And, he didn't want to race the weekend just like that, he says. I don't want to go out there on a factory bike and not ride to my potential.
Well, it's crazy that they it seemed random to me how they would pull a GNCC guy and put him out there. I mean, I know the rain. I mean, I'm sure they couldn't predict the rain, but it just seems like they should have went with someone who's been racing the motocross series. Give someone a chance. So
who would you call though?
I don't know. There's anyone they could call. They could call. There's so many privateers out there doing good things, like Dylan Merriam, Lorenzo. I feel like there's just a bunch of riders out there, getting top 15 that could really deserve, a good chance like that.
No, you just made it sound like, someone from the outside, like they did with Caleb.
Yeah, they just kind of pulled him in, and then next thing you know, he's out. He's not racing any of the races. So
yeah, that was a good season right there, buddy.
Yep, all those factory teams do that. They wait till the last second to bring someone in, and then another case of where it just didn't work out.
Yeah, they someone that will be in Budds Creek. It's Jason Anderson, who sat out last weekend at Unadilla, and but he said he was gonna give it a go this week. So it looks like he's not gonna be safe from the rain though. So.
Well,
we'll see.
Here, speaking of the rain, I have the weather pulled up. It says mostly cloudy early, scattered thunderstorms developing later in the day, high 87, winds west-southwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour, chance of rain 50%. So that's what it was last week, and it was a mud fest, but maybe it could be like the exact same where it starts out all right, and then boom, it just lets loose. So yeah, Jason Anderson, he says he's going to ride practice, and then he'll see if he wants to race or not. So interesting there to see if he's going to race or not. I think he should. If you go all the way out there, might as well race, Yeah.
He definitely needs to put his laps in and before the end of the year, and we're coming up to a really close ending right here. We have Budds Creek this weekend and then Ironman next weekend. So we'll see if he feels like he can do it. So
yep. So there is 2 races left. That's it. Only 2 races left of this whole series. And real quick, we were talking about Jason Anderson and that Rockstar team, and we were talking about Caleb Russell on that Red Bull KTM team. And there's kind of a story that kind of combines both of them, and that is Dean Wilson rescued a little kitty when he was riding his road bike, and Moose Scan's wife Matilda is taking care of it. It's kind of funny just to follow that whole little process on her Instagram, and it's just kind of a cool little feel good story. They rescued a kitty,
but they did the right thing. They rescued it. They took it back. They gave him a bath. Took him to the vet.
That first video that Wilson put up, it looked like the cat was missing an eye. Its eye was, but now it's like I guess it's got both eyes.
Yeah, it's
just in bad shape.
Yeah. Just good for them. And I wonder what they called it. And I don't know, Matilda, keep us update.
I rescued a kitten one time in my driveway. It was like a freshborn kitten, and it still had the umbilical cord attached and everything.
Oh wow.
And yeah, but I gave it to some girl who's a vet, and she took care of it, and she still has a cat. So there's another. It's kind of the same thing. So
there you go.
I have a feeling they're going to end up keeping it. She looks really attached to it.
They mentioned in their Instagram that the cat has a new home.
Yeah, I think that's just for the weekend though, because they said they got a foster family for the weekend.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Well, they already have a couple, so I don't see why they wouldn't.
Yeah, people love cats, so of course that cat's going to find a place, and with their amount of following and stuff, shouldn't be any problem at all. But yeah, just a little feel-good story there. Oh, you know what else is going on?
What's that?
Aaron Plessinger at the White House.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
He's in there, got a little tour. He was there with the Vital guys, it looks like. Just repping his little Monster Yamaha shirt and getting a little tour of the White House. I didn't see any pictures of him with the president or anything, but
no.
I see everyone. There's multiple people out there in DC doing a little bit of sightseeing, being tourists for a day or two just before the race starts. So there you go. When you travel all these cities, usually, they don't get to go out much, or usually these tracks are in the middle of nowhere and there's nowhere to go, but this time they get to stop by DC and, and see what's up.
Yeah, he was in the blue room, which I thought it was kind of funny, you know, because he rides for Yamaha. So
That's right. He's in that blue room. And Plessinger, it looks really good for Plessinger right now. He has 415 points. Alex Martin in second place, 337 points. I don't know what the math is, as I said last time, but I bet if he gets top 10 in this first moto, I bet it's over.
Yeah. So speaking of Aaron Plessinger and this championship wrap up, there's a couple of theories out there. You know, he's 78 points in front of Alex Martin, like we said, and he can definitely secure the championship at the end of the first moto just by finishing in front of Alex Martin.
Oh, wow. So that's easy enough. And it looks like that's going to happen. Alex Martin has not been doing too hot lately. He's been a little up and down, and we just haven't even heard his name really that much in the past couple races.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Been very quiet. So today is our predictions episode. So we'll have to wait and see if you or I are going to pick Alex Martin or Plessinger to get into this top three, because there is that theory that you said he's just going to play it safe just to win this championship, and I think you're right about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for him to go out there and try to win motos when he has a 78-point lead over second place Alex Martin. You know, all he has to do, like I just mentioned, just finish in front of him, or just finish even like close enough of him by second moto, just to keep a 50-point gap or over a 50-point gap, and then that's it. There's his championship right there.
There you go. So it's been a good 2018 for AP so far. And here, let's touch on one other thing in news, and that is Chad Reed. He been riding the JGR bike, and he put a little poll up on his Instagram story asking if he should race Ironman or not. And overwhelmingly, obviously, of course, it was like 97 to like 3%. Everyone said, yeah, you should definitely do it. So I wonder if he'll do it, especially if Justin Hill isn't racing. You know, they need someone on the bike.
No Justin Hill, no Justin Bogle. They need someone. He was testing with them the other day. He posted that picture that you're talking about and the little pole. He had the bike in the back of his truck, so he definitely kept it. I think there's a chance that we might see a Chad Reed by Ironman.
And well, speaking of that JGR team, Jimmy Dakotas will be there. He said, it's amazing what a little bit of rest and recovery will do for you. And then he thanks the team and says, ready to get out there for the last 2 rounds of this Pro Motocross. So Jimmy Dakotas, who we talked about, had Lyme's disease. Looks like he's feeling a lot better now, and he's going to be lining up. So at least there will be, Jimmy and Enzo. We'll have those 2 guys out there. But yeah, in that 450, it would be really cool to see Chad Reed out there. That's for sure. Especially since he got snubbed by his home country for the Motocross of Nations.
Yeah, and that was the other thing that I wanted to talk about. Australia, they announced their 2018 Motocross of Nations team, and there's no Chad Reed, and he's a little disappointed by the fact that he wasn't mentioned to represent Australia, man. He was a little bummed out. So I wonder if this whole JGR thing has anything to do with that. So he says, I'm disappointed that my chance of wearing the green and gold at MX of Nations has come to an end, but the memories will be with me forever. I've played a large role in representing Australia at the Motocross of Nations over the last 19 years. Every time I put on the green and gold, I was so honored to be representing my country. So he says, winning motos and standing on the individual podium was the highest level of pride I've ever felt. So he said he took it personal, and it kind of sucks, but I do not blame the Australia, I guess, committee who put the team together for not picking him.
Yeah, it's like he didn't even race motocross at all.
Exactly.
I mean, if he did like some races, then maybe.
Exactly. Like he didn't even race any races at all. So how can they say, yeah, dude, just coming up, let's get on it. So I just feel like they did a good job. They picked a couple of good guys and represent the MX1, I guess, or MXGP. It will be the former Australian motocross champ, Kirk Gibbs. He will be with Hunter Lawrence in MX2, and then Mitch Evans, an Open. And the team will be managed by Michael Byrne, which is cool. At least it would give that cool to Chad,
Yeah, Chad, he definitely loves his Australia. On his Instagram story, he had like a picture of his calendar, and he's really looking forward to this November 10th SX Open, the Australian Open, and on his calendar it's just like 5 weeks away, 4 weeks away, 3 weeks away, 2 weeks away. Like he's really he's really counting down the days to this race.
Nice. Somebody else is going to race that the Australian Open. Is going to be Ryan Villapoto.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is going to be a good race. That's going to be a great one to watch. Of course, everyone's slowly saying they're going to do it. I know Anderson said a while back he'll be there, and it's going to be just like a little American takeover, you could say.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see how they do over there in the land down under.
All right, well, let's go ahead and start making some picks here, or some predictions. Let's start with predictions. Do you think 50% chance of rain right now? Do you think we see another mud race? Yeah, yes. We are going to see another mud race?
Yeah, definitely, man. There's no doubt about that. 50% is a lot, especially, we've been checking it the last couple of days, and it's still the same, So...
Yeah, it said those showers could start later in the day, so maybe we see a dry first moto and a muddy second moto. So you might have to factor that in whenever you're making your picks.
Yes, and that's what I was gonna say. Maybe it doesn't rain as bad as it did in Unadilla.
Yeah,
but it's definitely gonna rain.
All right, well here I'll tell you who I'm gonna pick. I think Chase Sexton gets on the podium, third place this weekend. So I'm gonna put Chase Sexton up there. Couple weeks left for him to, really show. He's had little glimpses of some really good rides. He's been pretty consistent, been running fast, but I think he gets on the podium this week. And obviously, I think Dylan Ferrandis will be on the podium. Obviously, he killed it last week, going 1-1. Yep. Aaron Plessinger going 2-2. So the question is Aaron Plessinger going to play it too safe where he doesn't get on the podium, or will he still be on the podium? And I think he'll still be on the podium. So I'm going to pick Ferrandis, Chase Sexton gets second, and Aaron Plessinger for third.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Those are nice picks. I mean, anything can happen with these, with like we talked about it in our last podcast on that this top 10, other than Plessinger and Alex Martin, this top 10 is pretty much only 10 points, behind
exactly.
from, so I'm gonna go. This is gonna be my picks. I'm gonna pick Ferrandis to win it.
All right.
Yeah, I think he wants it. And he's gonna take advantage of the fact that Plessinger is not out there to battle it out. If they get to battle it, Plessinger's just gonna let him go.
Yeah,
it's just not worth it. He's got a lot of things in the plate right now. He's got this wrap up of this championship. I'm talking about Plessinger. He also has Motocross of Nations that he's going to represent United States for the first time ever. So I bet you he's pretty pumped about that. So I'm sure he's not going to risk it. So yeah, I'm going to get Ferrandis for first place. I'm going to put Shane McElrath. I'm going to put him in second place.
Yeah, I was definitely thinking about him. I was like, should we pick him? Probably.
Yeah, McElrath is going to be maybe second place, probably third, but I'm going to put him in second. And then I'm going to put Plessinger in third place as well.
All right, there you go. You heard it here. And let's move on to the 450s. Musquin going 2-1. Tomac going 1-2. Philip Nicoletti had that podium last week. Barsha just missed it. He had a terrible first moto. I think Barsha finishes strong. So I'm going to go Barsha on the podium for third, and then Eli or Marvin will be first and second. Let's go with Eli this week. So I'm going to go Tomac, Musquin, Barsha. That's my 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you picked Musquin last week, right?
I did, and he won. And this week I'm picking Tomac.
Tomac, Musquin, Barsha?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Those are good picks. That's kind of like what I was thinking. I also think that Barsha's going to finish strong.
Roxon had a terrible week last week. I didn't pick him this week. Baggett, fifth place again.
I think Eli is going to definitely win this weekend. I'm going to have him in first place. I'm going to put Roxon for second and Barsha for third. No Marvin up there, even though he's doing a good D.
All right. So maybe something happens to Marvin. Maybe that cat distracted him and stuff, and it's gonna mess his weekend up. Who knows? But
I wonder if he's gonna wear a butt patch with the kitty.
Yeah, there we go. That would be cool. Something like that.
Like wink in the eye, because it was missing one.
Yeah, it wasn't missing an eye. I was just winking the whole time. It was like, yo, cool. All right. So we'll stick with those three. You heard our picks. If you want to let us know who you're picking, go ahead. Hit us up on the social media. Let us know, or else, it doesn't count. You can't be like, oh, I picked him after it happened. You got to tell us before. So is there anything else you want to add to this one?
Yeah, make sure you guys go check us out at the MXSX podcast on Instagram. We put up a really cool video that we did with Lorenzo. Also, check out the interview with him, and let us know what you guys think. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.
Later. Peace.
Ciao.